We get asked a lot of unusual questions, but one of the most intense is a simple thought experiment. What happens if we gather every nuclear weapon on Earth and detonate them all at once? Right now, there are exactly 15,000 nuclear weapons in existence. The vast majority sit in the stockpiles of the US and Russia. To grasp this destructive power, we map those numbers against physical targets, the 4,500 global urban centers with populations over 100,000. Because some cities are larger than others, we can assume it takes an average of 3 bombs to completely wipe out a single urban area. The math is simple. We have enough warheads to level every single one of those cities. In an instant, 3 billion people, roughly half of humanity, would be killed. And after erasing half the human race, we would still have 1,500 nuclear weapons left over. We are living in a state of absolute mathematical overkill. So we know we have an excessive amount of firepower. Let's test the planet's physical limits. Imagine piling all 15,000 of those warheads haphazardly into a single small warehouse right in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. That pile contains the equivalent of 3 billion tons of TNT. For context, that is 15 times more powerful than the 1883 eruption of Krakatoa, an explosive volcanic event that destroyed an entire island archipelago. And when we finally pull the trigger, a fireball 50 kilometers across instantly vaporizes the warehouse and everything around it. The resulting blast wave physically flattens thousands of square kilometers of jungle. Millions of tons of incinerated earth are catapulted straight into the stratosphere. A pressure wave circles the globe tens of times, and wildfires begin raging across the entire continent of South America. Over the next few weeks, the amount of radioactive material in the global environment doubles, and ash blocks out enough sunlight to lower global temperatures by a few degrees. The Amazon is erased, and global cancer rates will rise for decades, but somehow human civilization will ultimately survive. Despite deploying our entire modern arsenal, this event fails to push humanity past the threshold of extinction. To find the actual breaking point, we have to look deeper. Suppose humanity decides to mine and refine all 35 million tons of natural uranium currently sitting in the Earth's crust. If we turn all of that material into warheads, we get a single block of explosives 3 kilometers high. This cube packs the exact energy equivalent of the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs. Upon detonation, bedrock on the scale of an entire mountain range is vaporized in a fraction of a second. The solid ground splashes like liquid, and thousands of tons of glowing crust are catapulted straight into space. The sheer volume of rock blasting into orbit creates a spray of high-speed debris that quickly shreds the International Space Station. Back on the surface, the crust rings like a bell, triggering earthquakes stronger than anything in recorded history. Hurricane-force winds flatten continents, while immense clouds of ash block the sun, plunging the entire globe into near-freezing temperatures. Unlike the Amazon experiment, this global winter lasts for decades. All plants die, food chains collapse, and every large animal starves. This is the extreme, irreversible event that finally ends human civilization, but the Earth remains largely indifferent. Give the planet a few million years, and the radioactive wasteland will naturally heal, overgrown by thriving ecosystems. Eventually, a new intelligent species might evolve and start studying the ancient geology beneath their feet to figure out what happened here. When they dig down, they won't find our cities or our monuments. They'll find a single, razor-thin layer of rock uniquely enriched with highly radioactive decay, rare earth metals, and trace plastics. Even if we unleash the absolute maximum destructive power available to us, our final legacy will be nothing more than a microscopic, deeply confusing anomaly buried in the rock record.